Okay, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. This is part 2, I suppose, of the Koowheel hack, little maintenance tips for this particular electric skateboard. So just quick recapping, I did a first one. There's a few updates that I'll show you now. Thank you for watching my channel, Andrew Penman, reviews on these electric skateboards. We're about to embark on the Onan X2 hill climb, Onan X2 speed and sprint test. We're about to also wrap up a couple other things on the skateboard rack. I'm going to be reviewing the new Koowheel D3M white wheels, the new more powerful engine, powerful motor, powerful battery. It's got a more integrated vest amperage cooling system. That'll be arriving next week. We'll do that. We'll do the same 3 tests, the hill climbs, the distance and the sprint. But just wrapping up on this D3M version 2, a couple of update hacks you got to do here. I'll take you through those. And thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Sit back and enjoy. This won't go for too long. And you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it because I'm fastidious. I like to look after things. But you know, just ride them. That's what they're good for. These things, they just don't seem to fault. Okay, guys, enjoy my channel. Thank you for subscribing and watching, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Happy skating, safe skating. Okay, guys, this is the screw setup. The original Koowheel screw, you can see, is quite long, and it starts to rust after a while. You can see the one on the left is the one I've replaced with a bigger nut. See, smaller nut and bigger nut. It just looks neater, it looks smarter. This is just skinny and sticks up a lot. So the way you do it is, these are the screws that come with the Koowheel. As you can see, they're like a counter head screw, and they're pretty average. And the small nut, you can see I've replaced it with a much, just trying to get the right spot in this, sorry guys. It's an Allen key round head, which grips the deck a lot better, and it's a much bigger nut, as you can see. Okay, so that's what you replace them with. Any sort of metal bolt shop will sell these, and they are a much better bolt. They're also a little bit shorter. You can get a shorter one, obviously. I've got 25 mils. Now, one little thing with it, I'll just show you. When you turn it over, you'll notice that that's the finished product. It looks like that, which is kind of like the booster boards and quite neat. You can see I pierced the grip tape to get the Allen key in there to tighten these things when they came from the factory. So what I'm suggesting to do is, because this is a tapered because of this, you know, this countersunk head, it's when you put one of these ones in, the flat head, it's going to pull down that V tapered position hole shape there and go deeper. So to get around that, what you do is just take the nut off, get a spring washer. This is a really good hack, guys. Get a spring washer and feed that on to the bolt like so, and that just sits in there through, and that spring washer just goes in and bites and forms a kind of a steel base that sort of bites into the timber, and that then sits up a lot higher, so you're nearly flush. When before, when I put one of these in without the spring washer, it went straight in deep and went deeper and deeper to probably a third of the way through the deck. That's why the new boards have got, the new drop downs got the slot there, because you sandwich it between the two things, and there's no way the deck keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper and keeps eating right as you move. The trucks move, they keep eating it away. So that's a trick to do. Spring washer, stainless steel, underneath there like that, straight into the hole of the Koowheel, 25 millimeters long with the bigger nut on the end. Big improvement from the factory ones they give you, which are rubbish, I reckon. Well, not rubbish, but they're not that great. The finished product is, as you can see, quite sexy. Left is the after and the right's before. Look, it's a but when you're carrying these things and hooking them around your finger and you're walking through footpaths of the city, your finger kind of touches this all the time, and can actually, this way it's a lot more room, nothing touches, and it just sits neater and it won't rust like these ones. So there you go. Okay, that's another little quick hack on the bolts for the trucks. Okay, and this is it going in. So it goes in like this with the spring washer, like that, and that just bites in, gives a nice steel base in there. You can see it's the right height now. And you can see just in there That's the spring washer sitting in that little crevice, that little rebate countersunk part of the board. It just goes in and forms a nice steel base for it, and it will never push through with that because that's a spring washer bedding into pretty thick deck. Okay guys, that's the bolt hack. Okay guys, here's the finished product. See, it looks nice and neat. You've got the nice round head, proper black painted, not the Koowheel kind of just, you know, coated, dipped or whatever. You've got the nice black round and a flat round head which will grip the deck more with those spring washers under each one, giving you a really nice small bolt underneath, small nut, sorry. Yeah, so you can see they look really neat, and it's a bit angle, there you go. And on top it's obviously looks more finished, I think. Because don't forget, when you get this from the factory, you've got to pierce the grip tape and tighten them anyway. You mark them all anyway, and they look a bit average. Now that looks a bit better and stronger. Okay guys, thanks for that little truck bolt hack. Okay guys. Okay, second part of the update of this Koowheel hack is I got a foam before and put foam round here. That lasted one ride and it flattened and it started moving the battery again. So what I did is got this stuff, which is actually around about 1.5 mil rubber. You can see the thickness there, I'll show you again. Really thin, okay? 1.5 mil rubber. And I just cut a little tiny piece like that off, that little V, like that. And I just put it on the top here, and just at the top of this metal bracket, and when I push this in, it's sort of wedged in there. You can see now that rubber just wedges under that top bracket on just one side. Okay, that means the battery does not move at all with that bit of rubber there. And rubber's the go. Sorry guys, I used foam before and it was a bit early, a bit presumptuous. That hasn't moved a bit. That hasn't come off that design on the first video I did with that bit of rubber, foam double-sided tape. And I've realized now you can take this off over the foam, so you can slip it back on again because there's a step on it, quite a height in the foam. So you don't have to peel the foam off. You just lift this up and take it straight off, put it back on again when you want to change the battery. I never change the battery anyway, but that just protects that. But yeah, rubber guys, get it from Clark Rubber in Sydney, Australia, or any of your hardware stores. Very thin, 1.5 mil, just enough to just slide under there and have a flap coming up like that so you can see, and you can mark that with a pen to see if that's moved as well. This is the pen you got to buy for the marking. It's a paint pen, white paint pen, Pentel, with a little wicks on there which help, and I'll take you through how to mark these new bolts now again. I've got the base plate marks on, as you can see, they're still there. All I've got to do now is run a little white line up on the nut of both of them, and that'll show me if it's moved. You can see that has moved a little bit in the front kingpin. So, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Now, one more thing, I'll come back in a second when I've got the paintbrush ready to show you this, and I'll show you one more last hack. Okay, we've now got the pen, and we're going to show you how to do this. There we go. So there's the mark on the truck. I'm just going to mark it up here with the white pen, showing where it's marking on the actual nut. So I'll just have to go away a bit, and I can do it from here. So we just mark it up like that, up the bolt, and then across the bottom of the truck. See that? That's all you need. You can hardly see it when you're riding it or looking at it, but that'll give you a nice quick viewpoint of that nut's moving at all. Okay guys, that's that one. So you do them all, and then do that one round there, and then that'll give you any indication if that nut is moving at all. Okay guys, I'll come back with the last. Okay guys, welcome back. Yeah, look, that's pretty much all the little hacks. There's not much more to talk about, but two things. Number one, make sure that compartment battery charger connector is always pushed shut. Look, it's agreed it's a very bad fit. It's not the best ergonomic design, but if you move that little thing around a bit and you push it, it will stay in. Mine stayed in for pretty much 20 k's around the city, didn't come out. Keep that clean. Make sure the battery cover is always secured in, and the vest controller guard is also permanently in and not lifting at all. And the main on-off switch is also wiped, and the way you clean those and wipe those, including the front wheel bearings, is with baby wipes. These are awesome. They're very tough. They don't deteriorate away and break away. They stay moist all the time, and they're great for cleaning under the carriage, all the button, the controllers. These are all sealed, but you can actually clean the inside bearings, clean the bottom. They're brilliant. Chuck them straight in, well, not in the bathroom, not in the toilet, because that thing blocks pipes. So put those in the bin. That's another very important aspect. Other than that, that's about it, guys. I'm getting the Koowheel version 3 D3M. It'll be coming next week. White wheels, bigger motors, bigger battery, better vest controller, better calibration on the remote. That will be interesting to see the difference. So we'll be doing a white wheel version of my control tests. Yeah, so thanks for watching again, guys. But just an update to the original one, since it was so successful and I had a lot of feedback on that. This is just a little bit of an update, but don't forget, get the rubber, get the pens, mark them all, change the bolts if you want to neat ones so they sit nice and, you know, flush like that, and look a bit neater. And the finished look on the deck is also pretty cool. Okay, guys, enjoy your Koowheels, enjoy your future Koowheel purchases, and yeah, thoroughly recommend this thing. It's just a beautiful piece of technology. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Talk next time.